Hi students, 12th standard computer application chapter 5 PHP functions and array. So in this lesson we are going to learn about PHP functions and array concept. Now before we enter into the topic, what is PHP? Already we know that PHP is a server-side scripting language. So now PHP function. So in PHP server-side scripting language, function and array concepts are very important. Important concept. It is used to solve many complex problems in real world. So we can solve many difficult problems. Then PHP has 700 functions built in that perform different tasks. Built-in functions are functions that exists in PHP installation packages. So in built-in function means it is in default function. Now, what is function? Any idea? Function. So it is the most important in programming language. A block of segment in a program is perform a specific operations are we called as a task. So task means there is insert, execute, delete and calculate, etc. So these segments are called as functions. Now we'll start with what is function. PHP function. So a function, it is a type of subroutine. It is a type of subroutine or procedure in a program. So we can call the function is called a type of subroutine or procedure in a program. So a function will be executed by a call to the function and the function returns any data type value or null value to call the function in the part of respective program. So the function is executed by call to the function. When the function is execute, when it execute means when we call the function, it process and execute. So it produce any data type or sometimes it return null values. So the function can be divided into three types. That is, the first one is user-defined function. Second one is predefined or built-in function. Predefined or built-in function. And the third one is parameterized function. Here parameters means variables. Now let us see one by one. The first one is user-defined function. User-defined function in PHP, it gives privileges to user. Privileges means permission. So user to write our own specific operations inside of existing program module. So the user can create a own function. User can create a own function. Then two important steps the programmer has to create for user-defined functions. So when we create a user-defined function, we need to follow two important steps. The first one is function declaration. Function declaration and another one is function calling part. So the first one is function declaration and second one is function calling. So a function declaration. A user-defined function declaration begins with a keyword function. So always we need to begin with a keyword function. A user can write any custom logic inside the function block. So inside the function block we can write any code. So now let us see the syntax of this function declaration. The syntax is a function and function name and open and close bracket, and then inside the curly brace we are going to write the code of the code. It is used to execute the program. Next, function calling. A function defined is executed by a function call statement. So how the function defined is execute means it executed by a function call statement. Defined is executed by the function call statement. Then a programmer has to create a function calling part inside the respective program. So the syntax of this function call is function name. That's it. Function name. Now let us see the simple example program for user defined function. So already we know that the PHP is begin with open tag, question mark and PHP, and the next we start with the function code, function insert message, then open bracket, here echo welcome, when insert message. Now after that at last you end with question mark close tag. So this is the example of a function, user defined function. Here this part is called as function call statement and this part is called as function declaration. So when we use this call statement, it comes here and then here we are going to print the value. Echo means it is used to print. So inside the echo statement we will have welcome. So the output of this program is it print only the welcome. PHP has a wide collection of built-in or predefined functions. Now we are going to see a few functions. The first one is PHP string function. PHP string function. So this function is manipulate the strings. So here manipulate means we are going to process something with that string. String means a sequence of characters. So when we process with a string, we will use the PHP string functions. Then second one is PHP array function. So this function is used to access and manipulate arrays. We can access and manipulate with array. And third one is PHP math function. So it is used to perform mathematical operations. So we can perform any kind of mathematical operations by the use of PHP math function. The next one is PHP MySQL function. PHP MySQL function. This function allows us to access MySQL database server. So it is used to access MySQL database server. And then next function is PHP file system function. PHP file system function. It is used to allow access and manipulate the file system. So this function helps to access and manipulate with the file system. So once again I repeat, today we learned function. So function means it is also called a subroutine or procedure in a program. So we can use we can call the particular statement and process with that function. So it has three types: user-defined, predefined, parameterized function. User-defined function means a user can create a own function. It is called user-defined function. And predefined function means it is an inbuilt function. And then next, the remaining part we will continue on next. I hope you all are understand. Thank you, students.